What's up, guys? Welcome to another walk and talk. How are you guys doing today? I'm talking to you guys about a pretty cool topic, and it's just gonna be about a lot of you guys have these final exams. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but final exams are a real pain in the butt. Sure, they tell you about all these other sorts of things, but they can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just here to tell you guys about final exams, how to study for them, and all that stuff. Okay, so you guys all know what final exams are. They're the test or exam, whichever one you prefer to say, that you take at the end of your course, and they determine a decent amount or a decent percent of your grade. And they can either make or break your grade, bring it from a A to a B, or from passing to failing. They can really screw up your grade pretty badly, so it's important to do well on them. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna get like super high grades on the final exams, but this is the equation that you use to find out what your minimum grade first off must be to get whatever grade you want in the class. Okay, so you must have a TI 30 calculator or above, and the only thing that you do is you type in 0.80 as or whatever number. So let's say your final exam is 15% of your grade. That means you put 0.85 as that's the other 85% is your actual grade. So let's just say my math grade is a 94, which it is right now, and the final exam is 15% of my grade. So I multiply that, and then I do plus 0.2 or 0.15 in this case, because it's 15% of my grade, because you know 0.85 plus 0.15 is 100 anyways, and then you do X, and then you plug that into your calculator's table function, and then that is actually what you do to find out your grades. So if you were to get something along the lines of an 84, let's just say, be right back, I'm gonna get my calculator. Okay, I just happen to have my trusty TI-36 Pro, and what you do is you type in the function as I'm doing now. You guys can't see it on the screen, unfortunately. Let's say your grade is a 94 like I have it, and you get something, oops, was not even putting it into the table function. Okay, so what you do is you do 0.85 94 plus 0.15 x. Okay, so at this point you just plug into your calculator. So if I were to get an absolute 0 on the test, I would make a 79. However, if I were to, I don't know, make a 100 on the test, it'd only bring my grade up about a point. So that's the formula that you use if you actually want to find out what your grade should be on your final, to actually know what you're gonna get. Okay, so let's actually get into the tips for finals. Tip number 1. I know they always say this, but get a bunch of sleep. If you're sitting up on RuneScape at 4:30 a.m. killing blue dragons, you're probably not gonna do very well on the test, because you know you're tired and everything, and it's just terrible. My first day on the exam, it was the harder portion, just because everybody said it was the harder portion, and then the other portion was super easy. I took it in my second period, so it was second period, second block, around 10:30. No, around 9:30 to 10:30. So, you know, I was feeling perfectly fine, like I was refreshed, and I smoked that section like a boss. And then the next day, due to some misfortune, we had yearbook signings. I got, you know, it in 7th period, which is my last block. So even though it was the easier test, I probably did worse on the second half than the first half, just because I was that tired. So I really recommend that you guys get your full amount of sleep, and try not to stress yourselves too much on the test, as you know, you don't really want to like kill yourself just taking a test. Tip number 2, don't eat a lot of fatty foods while before you take a test, because while fats are good for your brain, you know, it's probably not so good to have like a full stomach while doing it, because in my personal like life, whenever I eat something and then I try to go do something that's brain strenuous, like taking a test, doing other things that, you know, like Sudoku, something like that, it really does impact my how well I do, I should say. If I just ate something like, I don't know, like an ice cream bar, I'm probably not gonna, you know, be doing so hot. But if, you know, I just got something like a banana or an apple, I'm just fine. Okay, so another important tip is be comfortable, but don't be too comfortable, because when you're comfortable, it helps you relax and it helps you take the test and get a good grade. However, when you're doing something stupid and, you know, ow, I just hit my, anyways, as I was saying, whenever you're relaxed, you will do well. But don't be relaxed to the point where you're almost falling asleep. Come in something nice like a pair of sweats and, I don't know, like a t-shirt or something. But don't come in something that's like a wife beater and like pajamas, because I mean, you're just gonna fall asleep. I personally don't wear wife beaters, but you know, that's just my own opinion. So the tips that I haven't been walking, I just realized that this series is called Walk and Talk, so I better start walking. The only tips I can really give you guys are to study, eat well, and sleep. There's and studying, what they say about cramming it all in last night, it will help. It'll give you like a refresher. It won't do amazing things for you, it won't like basically guarantee you 100 or anything like that, but you will know the material better if you do cram in throughout. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, if you haven't studied at all and your final exam is tomorrow, it's better to study that night than to do nothing at all. But if you have the option of cramming it in all in one day or doing it over a couple of days, do it over a couple of days. Take the time and let them soak in, and then on the very last day, just do a brief overview of everything and see if you know the material. Those are the test taking strategies that help me keep A's, help keep my grades relatively high, and just make sure I keep that GPA high. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And one more tip, you gotta have to learn how to log out sometime.